How to do this lovely ombre under eye. Morning puds! Okay, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I did that lovely ombre under eye, a bit like this version from yesterday. And today's is going to be in sort of purpley plum shades. All right, first step is to find yourself the colours that you're going to use for your ombre. All right, now I'm going to use today lilacs and plums, like I said. So I'm going to use some from this palette here. This one I see featuring in my future. This palette is the Cashmere Forever palette from Colourpop, and I'm going to use these darker ones and that shimmer there, and that's from the Witching Hour palette, also by Colourpop. But basically, you could use any, and what you're looking for is some shimmers that are like sort of two-tone. So a lighter shimmer, the sort of level that you'd use maybe for highlighter or on your lids, and a more colourful or darker shimmer, so that you can get that ombre over. All right, next thing you're going to need together is some sort of gel pencil. Now, the one that I use often, and I often talk about these, and I get loads of questions about them, and it's really difficult to say, what brand are they? These did not say Davis on them when I bought them. It was something else, Honest or something like that. And they were from Amazon. They came in a pack of, say, this isn't even all of them. They came in various packs. I've got a pack of 12, I think, and a pack of 15. And the reason I bought more was because as soon as I started using the first pack, I realised these are really useful. And they're basically, they say, waterproof protection, lip and eyeliner pencil. So you can use them on your lips or on your eyes. And the ones we're going to use today, I'm going to use a pinky purple. Because we want to do that ombre and we want it to be lighter in there, if I use some of the darker ones, which I often do, if I use some of the darker ones all the way across my eye underneath, I might not see the ombre as clearly. Okay, so we need a gel eyeliner pencil, something like this, and let's get started. And I'm going to try and get as close as I can whilst also being able to see with my little mole eyes. They're so tiny. I should live underground. Anyway, yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that on, and like I say, I've chosen a sort of lighter pinky purple instead of my favourite navy one, because I know that I want a lighter bit at this side of my eye, go into a darker bit there. So if I put the navy on, the lighter side might not show up. So I put that on there. I also often go a little bit up there at the side of my eye, and a tiny bit like a kind of wing. And I'm kind of using this pencil like a kind of glue stick, like a Pritt stick. I'm going to do one eye at a time today, just for you guys. Okay, so I've got that eyeliner on. It doesn't have to be particularly neat, because like I say, that's going to be the base for your eye looks. Now then, another key to doing this sort of thing is have some good eye brushes. I have got some Makeup Forever ones. Now this is an absolute dream brush. So it's curved though, it's got a really nice soft edge, but also if I turn it sideways, it's super thin and it just feels gorgeous. It's not going to stab on that delicate skin that's under there. When I say delicate, I mean like for somebody who's older like me. I'm going to take this and then I'm going to go in with my, let me see, my first shade, which I'm actually going to use this one here, this one at the beginning. Okay, it's a lighter sort of purple, shimmery, and basically I've got some on my brush, and then we go in and we dab it on. The first part, like I say, just sort of acting like you're putting glitter on top of the glue. Okay, so you dab it on, and I'm going roughly halfway. Okay, because I'm going to use a darker shade next and try and blend it out. Okay, so then give that a little bit of a brush off. Now you shouldn't really use the same brush, but I'm going to just for ease and speed today. And then I'm going into this one. This is the one I want now, into Witching Hour for that darker shimmery purple here. So I'm going to get some of that now on the brush end. Yes, very nice. Okay, and let's see how this goes. Okay, so next step is, it's not actually that much darker, is it? But somewhat darker. Now that I've come to look at that, I may well go over that first shade that I put on with a more lilac-y one, a lighter one. Now whether this will work I don't know, because like I've kind of covered up the glue, but we're going to do it anyway. Yeah. Oh, that's in my eye. I've got more of an ombre effect there, as you can see. So going across, I've got more of an ombre. It's going to get even more dark because I'm going to put a matte right in the corner. And the good thing about mattes next to shimmers is that they will have a bigger intensity, and they don't reflect. So they give you that dimension that it like goes deep and dark, and it gives you that gradient. Right, so next thing is this one has a very similar shade but a matte, so I'm going to use that now right in the corner, and I might lick my brush. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my brush, no one is allowed to touch it, so, but if you're an MUA you can't lick your brushes, can you? It's not my problem. It's not my problem. I have to say that disclaimer as well. I am no MUA, I just mess. I'm just a messer. All right, so now I've got a very dark purple matte on there, and I'm going right in the corner, up over the top of my eye there where I said I put that pencil, and up to make a little tiny shadow wing. So right in the corner. Yep, to define that ombre even further. Not going right across, I'm leaving it lighter over there. So, and then I'm actually going to use this same bit of shadow for a little bit more shaping at the side of my eye. Look, let's see how that's looking. Yeah, so you can see how I've got the very bright lilac there, then I've got that mid lilac-y shade, then the more plummy shimmer from the other palette. I can't do talking. And then the matte right in the corner to fully darken this side. Okay, now if I step back, you don't get the full effect with this until you put your eyeshadow mascara on. Once you put your mascara on, it makes a really good effect because you can, it really sort of emphasizes these lashes on this side, and then because you can see, and those are defined, you sort of, I don't know, your eye fills in these ones. Okay, right, I'm going to do the rest of the look and I'm going to pop that on, but that's the tutorial of how I do those ombre under eyes with a gel pencil and then shimmery eyeshadow in an ombre across. All right, back soon. Rest of face done. See if you can get the full effect of that ombre. So like we're all used to seeing that ombre on our eyelids, and if you match it up with your under eye you get this great effect. Let me just do a look up. There you go. All right, I'm going to do some stills and I'll pop them on the end of this. And remember, you can do this with any colours. You just need a lighter colour going over to a gradient of a darker colour. But the key ingredient, I think, is those sticky sort of gel pencils. You could use any brand as long as it's got a reasonable stickiness to it and you don't put too dark a pencil on first, so that you can allow your lighter glitter or top layer, powder layer to show through, as well as the darker one. Right, catch you later, puddings. Oh, ombre, ombre. Look at that lovely ombre effect there. You can see it clearly in that still. And yeah, I think it makes for a really nice little look. You can see the ombreing across the bottom, and it matches up with the eyeshadow on the top as well. So yeah. Oh my god, that's my attempt at a wink. Anyway, see you next time, puddings.